All right, guys, in this video, I'm going to share more information, but we are going to have a little bit of fun laughing at some of the clowns that are behind Texitcoin. This is really entertaining for me, guys. I tell you the truth. I'm astounded how so many people are sniffing behind Bobby Gray, whatever his name is, how they sniffing behind his butt. And I mean, they literally licking up the slime from his crap, trying to cover his butt and make themselves look good. And we're going to get into some of that in this video. But first, we're going to talk business here, guys, because this is your money that you're considering investing. And when it comes to Bobby Gray, like I say, guys, just check his history as far as running away with people's money. Check out his history on how he treats people. And even now, he's doing the exact same thing. And we're going to show some demonstrations on that in this video as well. And finally, in the video, toward the end, there's some information I'm going to share with you guys about this giveaway. All right. And this is very important that you guys that are participating in it want to know. Okay. So let's jump into where Texitcoin is right now. You guys may have recalled Bobby Gray was talking about the path to 80. We're getting great. We're past this 16 because all that money started coming in. He's out there in Singapore, Asia, wherever he was, and he started tricking a lot of people into investing in his mining. Well, that can only last so long, right? Until your true colors start shining and you start withholding people's commission. You start casting out people that have worked hard for you, and you did so thinking that there would be no repercussions for it. Well, there have been, and it shows right here in the sales. Your sales are down from the previous week, where traditionally these sales have been going up from Sunday up through Saturday, Sunday up through Saturday, and now it's starting to pull back, right? This is a direct reflection on founder, CEO, it's not a CEO, but we're just gonna call him that does not know how to operate a business, right? And the business is suffering from it. Okay, let's look at that aspect of it. We can look at the price of Texitcoin today and look at this. One of the major exchanges that he trades TXC on is DexTrade. See, he has about 200. Now the volume is 227,000 over here, and people are dumping the price like crazy. He cannot support this path to 16 that he's talking about. Now, this isn't to say he can't support it because he really hasn't dipped into the liquidity that's been set aside yet. But for him to say, hey, in the month of November, we're going to have a low of $5.29. We see is dipping below 5.29 and staying below 5.29. And understand also, guys, that what is this supposed to be? This is supposed to be liquidity, right? Liquidity required. How in the world you going to have quote unquote liquidity when you're buying properties? How liquid is a property? Right? I mean, $5 million of this is in properties. How liquid is that? Somebody tell me. I don't know. I don't know. I know he's talking about getting a loan against it and this and that or whatever the case is. Stupid idea. Completely stupid. But again, that's the leader you guys are following. Okay. So you guys consider what's going on. People are starting to dump their bags. They realize that Bobby Gray is a fraud. They realize that he does treat people like dirt. I'm getting words of people getting fired left and right every time he brings somebody in. He's firing people. And that, again, guys, is not the way to run a successful business. And his results are showing from this. Okay. So, with that said, guys, that's just giving you some food for thought and information, right? Now, I am going to turn to another chat conversation that was held by this David Emslie guy, man. This is a great example, guys, of how the people that follow Bobby try to change a narrative, try to put things in their terms, and then push it out to other people to make you believe a lie that they believe or try to manipulate your thinking that is far from the truth. So let's analyze what this clown is saying right here. And you know, I'm not going to show the whole post because toward the end you can tell he's advertising Texitcoin. And funny enough, guys, I'm not stupid. They probably put this out here knowing that I have access. You know, people are giving me access to what's being said on the back end. And they probably wanted me to share this with everybody. So I am going to share it with everybody. But I'm also going to show, bruh, that you are way off because you make a statement here um, that in this video that if he rolls up on him, he'd get blasted. Exact words, blasted. Yes, of course, I use blasted, but I did not say that you would get blasted. You see what he's saying here, guys? He's changing the terms up really nicely to fit his own narrative. But let's go to the video right here and let's see what was actually said. Of course, I said blasted. And I laughed about it because it's funny. We're joking, laughing, and playing. But let's look at the context. I'm going to go to show transcript real quick and just do a find on blasted. Find out where that is. All right. Here's the context here, guys. Did I say that you would get blasted? That, to me, that like you might get blasted, right? Now, understand, guys, I don't know TexitRaider like that. You know, I just met the guy when I started doing some videos, and he was the only promoter of Texitcoin that was actually being honest. He supported Texitcoin itself, but he had been hurt on numerous occasions by Bobby Gray, right? And Bobby Gray screwed up his Coinbase account. And by the way, guys, hey, check this out. Check this out. This is very important for all you investors. Very important. In TexitRaider's video, he had mentioned how Bobby Gray asked him to use some of his crypto accounts in order to hold money. He's doing that, he didn't just do that for TexitRaider, guys. He's doing that for numerous people in the Texitcoin community. Once you become a miner, so for some of them, he's reached out to them and asked them if he can use their account to receive wire transfers, if he can use their crypto account to hold cryptos and things like that. Now stop and think about this, because when the SEC gets wind of this, they're going to shut him down. How in the world are you going to operate a business and have third-party people you don't even know accept third-party funds on your behalf? Guys, these people can run away with your money in an instant. Bobby don't know these people. He hasn't hired these people, right? He's using you guys exactly like I told you he would, right? And in the example of TexitRaider, once he finishes using you, he'll get rid of you, especially when he finds some other, what you call flying monkeys that are going to come up under his wing and do whatever he says. He's then going to dismiss you guys that have a brain, that speak up for yourselves, right? So this is very important, guys. You are putting your money into a system where this guy himself does not know how to manage the money, and he's trying to figure out ways to get all this money, and he's putting it in his own personal name, guys. These properties is in his name. These assets is in his name. Millions of dollars flowing their accounts in his name, right? So that's a huge red flag, guys. But anyway, back to this this David Emslie guy. And we're just going to play this clip real quick because it was funny, regardless of how he says it. But hold on, let's read what he says, though. And he tries to justify Bobby saying that TexitRaider really giving death threats. Look at this. Unreal. The death threats make sense now. I have not posted anything about this Raider guy except my inquiry here to maybe reach out to him and see if it would be a good idea to see if peace could be made. Of course, peace could be made, man, but not through you. But actually, it could be through you if you can get into the mind of Bobby. But Bobby, all Bobby got to do is pick up the phone and reach out to him, and he can squash this beef in an instant. But Bobby ain't gonna do that, right? He has some other guy, talking about TexitRaider, has some other guy who posts as Mystify, doing videos for him. Bruh, understand, I don't do videos for TexitRaider. He don't do videos for me. He is his own independent thinker, and I am an independent thinker. He's for Texitcoin. I'm against Texitcoin because I know it's garbage. Nevertheless, we can still talk about the truth of what's really going on with Bobby Gray, because I know those type of people and he's experienced Bobby Gray for himself. So when I start sharing these videos, he was like, "Hey, bro, what can I say? You right." Right? And it is what it is, right? So then you're saying I stated clearly in a video that if he rolls up on him, I would get blasted. No, bro, you might get blasted. And I use that as a joke because in seeing some of TexitRaider videos, I see that he works at a gun shop, right? And it's funny. Like I say, let's play this video clip, guys, because I ain't even gonna talk about this. We're just gonna play this video clip. I don't know him. I don't know if it would help or hurt. My thought is you go roll up on TexitRaider you want to, and you might get blasted. Now I ain't saying he making death threats, right? But hey, he stays well equipped. I just put it to you like this by what I've seen. So now how clear can you get? I said he stays well equipped based on what I've seen because the guy works at a gun shop. Duh. And guys, that's probably why Bobby said what he said, because Bobby looked at him here as he sees that he enjoys guns, knives, and all that type of stuff, and then makes the suggestion that TexitRaider is giving death threats. So this is complete garbage. And this David Emslie guy is taking it, even trying to take it to the next level. It's a clear implication and a veiled threat that I better not do that, but are inviting me to do so. Check out this chat, guys. Like I say, me and TexitRaider are two completely different thinkers. I'm going to show you guys the context of the conversation that this David Emslie guy is talking about here. And TexitRaider didn't know I was going to release this video. We don't collab on videos that we release now. We just do our thing. We posted. He came out here and saw it, and he said to the guy in Colorado, I guess talking about David Emslie, and wants to talk. My job and location are public and blasted. Look at that, blasted. Blasted all over my videos and shorts. I'm stupid, easy to find. Just stop by my place of work and say hello. But, bruh, that's an open invitation. Come to his job. You think he gonna blast you at the job? Come on now. Are you that stupid? Are you that paranoid? Are you that much of a wuss? That's the question. Or are you just trying to manipulate the minds of people? And I reply to TexitRaider, and I say, and I call out to you, David Emslie. There you go. Does this sound like a reply from someone that wants to cause a public stir? So he's essentially TexitRaider is open the door and say, yeah, come reach out to me, bro. I mean, he didn't get me to do this video. I did it on my own accord. All right. And then I said, all of this has come about because of your idiotic leader, Bobby Gray. Meet TexitRaider for yourself, and you'll see how cool of a brother he really is. I'm just saying, right? So does this sound like something that is a threat to you, that he's trying to be a threat? And then TexitRaider comes along and says, sadly, he's done absolute 0% to contact me or do anything other than complain. I'm online. He could leave a message on YouTube, Telegram, email, my website, obviously trying hard to reach out, laughing it off and being funny because David Emslie really ain't trying to reach out. He's just trying to change the narrative. So, of course, I follow up and say, great observation, bro. But they're doing whatever they can to make it appear that Bobby is telling the truth about that quote unquote death threat. By the way, didn't Bobby buy you a $5,000 watch back in March? Makes complete sense that you would express your gratitude with a death threat a couple months later. Guys, understand what the situation is. So, you can continue to believe the hype of these Texitcoin people and, folks that are trying to cover and protect Bobby or whatever the case is. But if you do, you're going to get caught in that same drama and headache and heartache that Bobby is going to bring to you. All right. So, he goes on and on. There's no need of reading this. If you want to read the rest of this, you can. But this really isn't worth the time. Now, in this regard, guys, guess what happened? Guess what Bobby Gray has done? He done pissed off somebody else. I told you guys this was going to happen. Once he did it to TexitRaider, he's now changing the game up on other people. Like I say, once he uses you, you put your time, sweat, effort into this thing, he's going to use you, abuse you, and discard you. Now, based on this conversation here, this Bradley Thomas, this guy has been working, put in hours of his time, sweat equity, and everything trying to promote Texitcoin. And he was doing so trying to reach a level of getting to be a Texit Ranger. And then all of a sudden, bam, they cut him off. Let's check out what he had to say here. I wanted to share this update directly to avoid any confusion or speculation. As of today, I will no longer be hosting my 2 weekly Texit Zoom trainings on crypto education and the compensation plan held on Wednesday and Friday evenings. I've now been part of Texitcoin for over 90 days. During that time, I've poured out my heart, energy, and countless hours into supporting the Texit community in every way I could. I hosted 23 Texit training Zoom sessions, each lasting 1.5 to 2.5 hours, and conducted over 100 private Zooms and phone calls for Texit miners who were not even on my personal team. This is the same type of stuff TexitRaider was doing, guys. I mean, putting his all in for the promotion of this project, right? I've never received compensation or personal benefit from those efforts beyond the satisfaction of helping others succeed. Yeah, bro. I mean, you cool with me, bro. You holler at me anytime, man, because you dealing with some clowns over there. Every session concluded with nothing but appreciation and positive feedback. Never a single complaint. A few days ago, I texted my friend, fellow Texit Ranger, Angie Rash, saying day 90 for me, because for the past 3 months, our conversations often focus on reaching that milestone and the opportunity to be nominated as a Texit Ranger. She had always expressed pride in my efforts, saying I was leading by example and that she looked forward to nominating me. However, after sending that message, she responded 8 hours later with, "I don't know what you mean." The following day, I was informed that she would not be nominating me for Texit Ranger due to allegations from quote unquote others claiming that I was condescending toward women, constantly used inappropriate language, swearing nonstop during trainings, and that I was bragging about having access to my team's login information. It continues here. I immediately asked Angie who had made these accusations, as I had never received even one complaint from an attendee or other Texas Rangers or anything from corporate. If I was doing these things, don't you think someone would have brought that up over the past 12 weeks? Unfortunately, she was unable to share names or details, but suggested I work on these things if I wish to become a ranger. My question is, how does one work on something that never happened? After 90 days of total commitment, 23 community Zoom trainings, over 100 private Zoom calls, and nonstop support for members across multiple teams, it's discouraging to have my efforts questioned based on anonymous, unverified claims. That said, while I remain passionate about Texitcoin and everything it stands for, this experience has made it clear that I need to refocus my time and energy. There you go, bro. I will continue to help and grow my personal team, but I will no longer be hosting public Texit trainings moving forward. To everyone who joined my Zooms, ask questions. Okay, yeah, we'll leave that. So he pretty much gives everybody else a thank you. And to check this out, guys, to finalize that, let's solidify Bradley's story. Someone by the name of Tony Sharps comes in. Now, Tony, you might get banned by Robert Gray, Bobby Gray, for doing this, but right. But I appreciate you standing up for the truth, right? Hey, Brad, I'm just reading your post. I've been on your Wednesday and Friday Zooms numerous times. I personally can vouch for you that you never did any of those things you're being accused of. Never. All right, guys, so check this out. I I don't know what's going on here, but I did tell you guys that Bobby will use you, abuse you, and discard you, right? And I noticed here there was a conversation that's going on here. My boy Bong Mong Fong Song Lee, he dropped some info here, and I haven't verified it. I don't know about it or anything, but he mentioned um, can't wait to see how they explain the security breach. I don't know if there's a security breach at this point. I really just got wind of this, when I saw this comment that he posted 6 hours ago. But, when I put two and two together, guys, it makes sense to me. Like I say, I don't know. I just saw this comment. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to frame my boy Bradley here. I would not at all be surprised because look at the accusation that was made, guys. Talking about him bragging about having access to his team's login information. Look at this, guys. So it's like they're setting him up as someone to just take the fall for this, right? Like I say, I'm just the person outside looking in, but before they go out and try to push and promote that narrative, I'm dropping this information in the video. So if they do try to go this path, you guys gonna know that I saw this before they even tried it, right? But it seems like that's what they're trying to do. So, but again, guys, this is who you're dealing with when you deal with Bobby Gray, and of course the goons that follow him, right? I mean, they just are brainless trolls that will do anything that he says. And the funny thing is, man, as long as I've been doing the videos, I've never gotten any bad comments or any trolls, but I finally got one today. Congratulations, Romar, whatever your name is, boy. Congratulations, the first troll. Y'all trolls keep them coming. Like you really matter, right? But you're welcome to come out and post, but keep it respectful, right? Keep it respectful. Respect the house at all times. All right, guys, with all that stuff said, I'm gonna leave everything out there for you guys to consider and check for yourself, right? My videos are out here, I don't change them. So you can come out here, check the transcript, look at the video, consider the context in which it's said and presented, and you let me know if we're quote unquote making death threats, right? All right, guys, now the final thing I want to talk about, let's get into this giveaway. Now, I have seen, I'm an analyst, guys. You got to remember that. And I know the game. I know you guys, some of you guys are out there coming out trying to game the system, create all these YouTube handles and things like that. And that is not acceptable. So, what we're going to be doing, guys, because of these scammers, I'm gonna go ahead and call you guys scammers. That you're going out there, you're trying to create a quick YouTube channel so you can get listed in the drawing. Well, guess what? All of you guys entries are going to be removed, period, point blank. You're not going to qualify. If and it's unfortunate we have to do this, guys, because we really wanted to promote this and share this with any and everybody, whether you're in Texitcoin, not in Texitcoin, never heard of Texitcoin. We were pushing this promotion or this giveaway for any and everybody. Well, now we have to start putting stipulations in because of clowns like this that want to come out and game the system. So here are the things that we're going to be doing, guys, as far as that's concerned. Number one, if you just created a YouTube handle in the past 30 days, don't even apply. You're not going to qualify. Period. Point blank. Okay. The second thing is now there is one or two people that created it within the past 30 days, but they have been actively posting on TexitRaider's channel in some of his videos and stuff like that. So when I see that, I'll say, okay, cool, they're legit, and they're not just coming out here creating something to get into a game and win a prize, right? Because this prize is too good to just give to trash. So we want to keep this um, prize available to legitimate people and not people that are trying to game the system at all. So with that said, like I say, if you just create a YouTube channel and come out here and post that handle, it's not going to apply. Secondly, if you have never posted a comment on my channel or TexitRaider's channel before we started this campaign, you will not be eligible either. I know, guys, I'm sorry. Sorry I got to do it like that. But, hey, we have to be fair to the participants that are real, right? And in everything I do, I'm going to make sure it's fair. Once we get enough signups and data coming in, I'm going to analyze that and say, hey, let me assess this data, see what it's looking like, and come to find out some of these things were made 2, 3, 4 days ago just to get into this entry. And we're not playing that game, right? So there are a few of you guys that I have not been able to vet yet. So some of you guys I'm just taking off the list. Some of you guys are solid. You're on the list. If you've been out there replying either to my videos or TexitRaider videos, and you already clicked the sent something that said add me, you are in there and locked in. But there are a few others that that I need you guys to do something for me. So this list of guys here. All right, so your channel is definitely more than a month old, but I need to see if you guys have been posting anything on TexitRaider's channel anywhere before we started this giveaway effort, right? Initiative. So what I would like for you to do for me, right? If you are one of these people here, I would like for you to head out to TexitRaider's video here and just leave a comment. Say hi, say what's up, say something. And that way, I'll go into the comments and I'll be able to check to make sure to see if you actually posted any other comments on any of his previous videos. If you have, I'll be able to verify that and you'll be locked in to the list. If you have not, you will be removed from the list. And if you do not come out here and leave a comment, you will be removed from the list. Okay. So I just want to put this out there for you guys because I have not been able to vet that. And this is not to say all of you guys aren't legit, right? I mean, I would love to do this, but because of people trying to game the system, we have to put rules in place to make it fair for the participants that we know are legitimate. Okay. All right, guys. I think that's all I got for you in this video. Man, Texitcoin is being eaten up from the inside out, guys. And, we'll do what we can as long as it exists. Once we get done with this promo, kind of get it out there, and you guys that insist on getting into it, I would say this will be the route to go. And we'll see how things continue to go over the next few days. But, you guys see where it's going. You see how Bobby Gray is dealing with his people, and he cannot keep good help, right? The help that he has there is trash 9 times out of 10. Not saying all you guys, but 9 times out of 10, the help is trash, and you guys are going to sniff behind Bobby's butt, do whatever he says at any given time. So good luck with that, guys. All right, peeps, I think that's all I got for you in this one, and we will holler on the next one. Peace out.